Chapter 24, practice problem number 1. This exercise requires us to perform payroll expense allocation to two different departments. And the expense or the payroll expense is going to be, let's see, $1,200. And that looks like that's an employee's wages for the 2 weeks worth of work. And it needs to be dispersed or allocated to two separate departments. Department looks like part of the wages is going to be allocated to is the jewelry department, and the other part is going to be cosmetic department. So let's see if I can zoom in here so you can see better. Okay, so it looks like an employee earned $1,200 of wages for 2 weeks worth of work, working in two different departments, the jewelry department and the cosmetics department. So in this data here, it gives us what the employee did in those departments, so the activities, and also the hours spent in those departments. So for jewelry, we have a total of 57 hours, so 51 plus 6 hours that was spent in the jewelry department. And then we have cosmetics department, looks like 12 plus 7, so 19 hours that was spent in that department. And we just have to do an allocation. So out of $1,200 of the employee wages, how much of it is going to be allocated to the jewelry department and how much of it is going to be allocated to the cosmetics department. And that's what we're going to be doing here. So what I like to do is take this on a step-by-step basis, because we're going to have to do, we have to first know what percentage needs to be allocated towards the jewelry department and the cosmetics department when it comes to allocating the $1,200 worth of wages that was paid to the employee. So the first thing to do, we're going to have to apportion the number of hours that were spent in each department by the total number of hours that was spent in both departments. So we're going to start off with the jewelry department first. Okay, jewelry department. So in the jewelry department, the employee spent 51 hours selling in a selling area in the jewelry department, or selling in the jewelry department, and then 6 hours organizing in the jewelry department. So we're going to take 51 plus 6. That's going to give us 57 hours that was spent specifically in the jewelry department, and we're going to divide it by 76 hours because that's a total number of hours that was spent in both the jewelry and the cosmetics department. This way we're able to actually get our percentage of what needs to be allocated out of the $1,200 to the jewelry department. So 57 divided by 76, that's going to give us 75%. So 75% of the $1,200 of the employee's wages is going to be allocated to the jewelry department. Okay, next we got the cosmetics department. Cosmetics department looks like 12 hours was spent selling, and then 7 hours was spent in organizing. So 12 plus 7, that gives us 19. 19 divided by the total number of hours spent in both departments, that's going to give us 25 hours. So just to check to make sure that this does sum up to 100%, we take 75% plus 25%, and does sum up to 100%. That lets us know that yes, we are going to be allocating 100% of the employee's wages of $1,200. So that's step 1. Step 2, I'll put it up here. We're just going to do the allocation process. So we're going to take 75% of the $1,200 in wages, and that's going to give us $900. And 25% of $1,200, that's going to give us $300. So just to make sure that we did include all $1,200 in this allocation process to both the jewelry and the cosmetics department. It's going to take 900 plus 300. That does give us $1,200 in wages that was fully allocated to both of these departments. So what this is telling us is that out of $1,200 of the employee wages that the employee did earn for 2 weeks worth of work in both of these departments, $900 went to the jewelry department, so it was allocated to that department, and then $300 was allocated to the cosmetics department.